Fifth grade. Multiplication powers of 10. On your sheet of paper, and you better have a sheet of paper out, tell me what each of these mean, just like last time. Pause the video. All right. 10 to the first power. It means 10. 10 squared. It means 10 times 10, which means 100. 10 cubed. It means 10 times 10 times 10, which is 1,000. And then 10 to the fourth power equals 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, which equals 10,000. There you have it. Easy, easy, easy. Each of these exponents tell you how many zeros there are. It is always a good, helpful hint. Now, let's try to multiply 38 times each of these exponents. Pause the video. All right, let's see how good you did. 38. So I know 38 is going to be in each of my answers. 38 times 10, 380. That tells me 1 0. 38 times 10 squared, or times 100, I add 2 zeros. So my answer is 3,800. 38 times 10 to the third power, or 10 cubed, that means I add 3 zeros. 38,000. Then I have 38 times 10 to the fourth power, 4 zeros. 380,000. And the truth shall set you free. All right, now, these are all mixed up. Solve those 3 problems. Pause the video. All right, let's see how bad you did. I mean good. 138 times 10 to the fourth power. I know 138 is going to be in my answer. This tells me how many zeros to put. 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1,380,000. 17 times 10 to the first power. I know 17 is going to be in my answer. This tells me how many zeros to put. 170 is my answer. And then we have 87 times 10 cubed, or 10 to the third power. 87 will be in my answer. This 3 tells me how many zeros. 87,000. All right, that's a quick review on whole numbers. Now, this one is with decimals. Okay? Now, I'm going to work, because we only did decimals for one day. I'm going to do this one for you. All you have to do is pay attention. 1 and 8700ths. I know a 1 and an 8 and a 7. 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 All of those will have a 1, an 8, and a 7 in the answer. Notice I did not put my decimal in any of these, because this decimal is going to move. With decimals, instead of adding zeros, this number, this exponent, tells you how many times to move the decimal to the right. So, 1 and 87 hundredths times 10 to the first power means I move the decimal to the right 1 time. So my decimal should be in between the 8 and the 7. 18 and 7 tenths is my answer. times 10 squared means I move it 2 times to the right. 1, 2. So my decimal should be after the 7. I'm going to add a 0 there because I don't like the decimal by itself. And you need to do that too with your answers. This one tells me to move it 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now notice what I do. 1, 2, 3. Add a 0 as a placeholder if there's nothing there. 1,870. And then we have to the 4th power. 1, 2, blank space, blank space. So, 18,700. And notice the decimal, if you write neat, there'll be a little pattern there. That's how you do it, 5th grade. Now you try this one. I'm going to leave this one up here for review. You try the next one. Pause the video. All right. Now, I'm not going to put this 0 down in my answer. I'm just going to put 58 now. 5, 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5, 8. No decimal anywhere because I'm going to move it. 10 to the 1st power tells me to move my decimal place over 1 time. 1. My answer is 5 8/10. 2 times, I move it over twice. 1, 2. Decimal, add a 0. 10 cubed means I add it over 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. There'll be a 0 here, a decimal, add a 0 in the 10th place. And then last but not least, this tells me to move my decimal over 4 places. That means there's going to be 2 blank spaces. That means I've got to add 2 zeros, a decimal, and another 0. 5,800. And then, of course, you have your little pattern there. Easy, easy, easy. Now, you try these 3. Now, look, we've got different numbers here. And we got different exponents here. They're each separate problems. They're all mixed up, and sometimes you'll get them that way. Pause the video. All right. Let's see how bad you did or good. 676,000 times 10 squared. Oops, I didn't mean to put that 0. I know 676 is going to be in my answer. My decimal is right here. This tells me to move it over twice. 1, 2. Your answer should be 67 6/10. Let's try this one. 335. 3, 3, 5. This tells me to move my decimal over 3 places. Now look, 1, 2, 3. I got 2 blank spaces. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put my decimal right here, and I always like to put a 0 in the 10th place if it happens that way. 33,500. And last but not least, 2 4/10. So I know there'll be a 2 and a 4. This tells me to move my decimal place over 4 times. So here it is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. My answer is 24,000. There you have it, you little 5th graders. That's how you multiply to the powers of 10 with whole numbers and with decimals. Now you can proclaim yourself as being very, 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 very smart. You waiting for me to do something crazy? because I don't ever do anything crazy. I'm not a crazy person.